Welcome back to another episode from the top of Stone Mountain Government Contracting Tips. In this episode, I'm going to talk about the top 2 strategies for certified 8A companies. Stay tuned. I'll see you on the inside of this episode. All right, folks, welcome back. It's Abraham here. I am back on top of Stone Mountain, and I'm going to talk about the top 2 strategies to help you as an 8A certified companies. What are the 2 most important strategies for your business in the government contracting market? But as I'm up here, top of Stone Mountain, let me kind of show you my rig, my setup here. This is my hammock. I come up here for not only the health and wellness exercise coming up, getting the cardio workout and so forth. I also come up here for mental health as well, right? Not just physical health, mental and emotional health as well. So this is my hammock. You can see the sun is coming up here, and I come have my quiet time up here. I also come and get some peace, come and just have some reflection time. So here, just beautiful on top of Stone Mountain, and then I also think about you guys in terms of what your needs are in the government contracting marketplace, and think about what are the challenges that you're facing. So back over here, you should be able to see Atlanta way back over here, somewhere over here. But I'm not going to zoom in because it's not about Atlanta. It's not about me. It's not about my awesome hammock hanging out here by myself. And I come to this part of the mountain that nobody really comes to. But let's get back to you. So as a business, one of the greatest certifications that you can get is the 8A certification. Very powerful. But the 2 most powerful strategy for 8A companies are these here. So let's start with number 1. Number 1, the most important strategy of why you want your business to be certified as 8A, or why you need an 8A certified company to partner with. If you're not 8A certified, you need an 8A partner to partner with, 8A teaming partners, so that you can go after these 2 strategies here. So the most important thing is sole source contracts. The operative word in these 3 words are sole source contract is the word sole. Sole means one, only one. And in the sole source contracts, you can get a direct award to your business, get a direct award to your company, and you don't have to compete with anybody. All you have to do is build a relationship with a contracting officer or a program manager or a small business specialist, and they will open doors for you to a contracting officer or a program manager or director of an agency. And so sole source contracts, it's a direct award. It's price negotiated, meaning that you negotiate the price with them. And here's a very important tactics as it relates to sole source contracts. In a sole source contract, you can actually ask the contracting officer what the budget is. So you can say, oh, by the way, what is the budget on this sole source project, on this project here? And they will tell you. Case in point, working with a gentleman, and been working with this lady, with this agency for a long time. And so she's known him for about 10 years or so, but they haven't done a lot of work. But she moved to a new agency, and she remembers him. And so she reached out to him and said, hey, I've got this project that's coming up. Would you be interested? And so he said, yeah, absolutely, I would be interested. So he said, oh, by the way, what's the budget? They needed 2 people, gunsmith, to do some work. And for 1 year, he said, what's the budget? And she said, it's, the budget is $500,000. So now he knows exactly what he needs to do, what kind of margins he have, the type of people he's going to recruit, because he already knows what the budget is. So price negotiated in a sole source contract. Very powerful way, because you're not competing against anybody, because you're doing a direct award. So this is sole source is very powerful as it relates to 8A certification. What's some other things about sole source? Sole source is where it's one purely through relationships, what I call KLT, right? Know, like, and trust. So sole source is done through know, like, and trust. What does that mean? You have to go and get someone to know you, and you know them. First, you have to know them, right, before they know you. And so as they get to know you, Then you will actually get to the like part, right? The K is the no. The like is where they start to like you. They say, you know what, you're pretty cool. Let's, and when you talk, you see them, they're actually happy, and they like you, right? They like your personality. They like who you are. They like things about your business. They like that you have certain skills, certain capabilities. They like the fact that your business have resources that they can leverage and they can use to help their agency, help move their missions forward. So the like part. And then the third component to getting a sole source through KLT is the trust. Know, like, and trust. Now, trust is really how you actually win contract, because a contracting agency or contracting officer, think of this here from their perspective. If they do a sole source contract to you and you don't perform, their job is at risk. So they're only going to award sole source to businesses that they trust. If they don't trust you, they're not going to award you a sole source contract, because if you fail to perform their job, they can lose their job. So or the agency can get in trouble. So they're only going to trust companies that they have gotten to know. They trust that you're going to perform. They trust that you have the quality measures in place. They trust that you're going to, when there's issues, you're going to be open about it. You're going to solve the problem. You're not going to abandon the project. They trust that you have qualified technicians, qualified people to do the work. They trust that you have financial resources. They trust that you have insurance. They trust that you have bonding. They trust all these different things, right? And so it takes time to build trust. But when you do that, the most important strategies for 8A certified company is sole source contract. Very, very powerful. So all these things are factors for as a 8A certified company. Now let's talk about the second most important strategy for 8A certified company. Now there's many other strategies, many other techniques, many other things, but the second most important technique or strategy is this here, MPA, Mentor-Protégé Agreement. Or in a mentor-protege relationship, that means that you build trust with a larger company and they become your mentor and you become the protege. So in a mentor-protege relationship, there's a few components. You as a certified small business, 8A certified company, you can only have 2 mentors. That's it. 2 mentors is all you can have. And one has to be in your primary NAICS code, and the second large company, well, it doesn't have to be large company. It could be a medium-sized company. It could be a small business. But ideally, you want a large company to be your mentor, because I'll tell you the reasons why in a second. So you want a large company that is in your primary NAICS code, and then you want another large company that's in your secondary NAICS code. You can have many different NAICS codes, but as you're applying for the Mentor-Protégé, seeking approval from the SBA, one has to be in your primary and one has to be in your secondary. You can't have both of them in your primary. SBA is not going to approve that there. So once you have 2 companies, what these companies, you have to do is you have to set up a MPA, Mentor-Protégé Agreement, with these companies. And in the Mentor-Protégé Agreement, you actually spell out what it is that you want and what is it that the large company is going to do for you. So the agreement will state that. The agreement will say the large company is going to provide me access to administrative support, meaning they're going to help me, teach me about HR. They're going to teach me about financial having access to financial resources like lines of credit and bonding and banking and so forth. You also have to spell out that maybe they have equipment, maybe they have different resources that they can actually leverage to help the small business. So there's different reasons why the SBA will approve, because in a Mentor-Protégé agreement, the SBA have to approve that there. If you can team with a large company, no problem. There's some risk of affiliation. If a lot of your revenue is coming from the large company, there's risk of affiliation. But when you have a Mentor-Protégé agreement, there is no affiliation, because now it's disclosed exactly what the nature of the relationship is, and it would be extremely tough, extremely hard for anyone to protest the awards between you and a large company that's part of your Mentor-Protégé relationship here. And the SBA is going to support you. Why? Because they approve your Mentor-Protégé agreement. If you're just doing work with a large company in a teaming or subcontracting relationship, you can still get protested because certain reasons for affiliation. So Mentor-Protégé is very powerful. Now, the other reason why the Mentor-Protégé is important to you as a business is 2 key things. One is you and the large company can go and bid on more contracts. You can go bid on set-aside opportunities. You can go bid on projects that usually you by yourself, you're too small. So for example, you might be able to go bid on a $500,000 project, but with a large mentor, you can bid on a $10 million project. So instead of $500,000, you can bid on $10 million. Instead of a $100,000 project, you can bid on a $5 million project. You have the support of a large company, and the agency will trust you with a larger project because you have a mentor. It's kind of like you have a 3,000-pound gorilla supporting you, and the agency is not, but they may not trust you, but they trust a large company, and they will award you based on that premise there. So setting up a Mentor-Protégé, very key important strategy is that you can actually go and win sole source contract with the prime. You can actually get a set aside contract with the larger company, your mentor in this situation here. The other thing is for you as a small business is not only that you open doors for the large company to go bid on more opportunities that they normally are excluded from, they themselves can subcontract work to you. In fact, part of your Mentor-Protégé agreement is you want to say that the large company is sole sourcing, is not sole sourcing, but subcontracting work to your small business. So that's the other reason why you want to set up a Mentor-Protégé agreement, because the large company can subcontract work to your small business. That's very, very important. Why? Because you want more revenue, you want more contract. And so it's kind of like, I will open up more doors for your large company, but at the same time, sub out some small projects to me because I can perform and help you achieve some of your goals. And the reason why they need a subcontract work to you is because federal regulation says that large companies, when they win a contract over $750,000, they must subcontract to small businesses. So there you have it. The top two strategies of what you have to do as an 8A company. You have to go and get sole source contract and set up a Mentor-Protégé program with up to 2 large companies. Now, Mentor they can set up to three different protege. You as a small business can only have up to 2 mentors. If you need help with your Mentor-Protégé, or if you need help with getting your 8A certification, or if you just need help with how do you build relationship with agencies, how do you build relationships with larger primes, how do you build relationships to establish know, like, and trust, reach out to us. We have classes every single week, about 2 to 3 classes every single week. Go to govevent.com or govassociation.org, G-O-V, association, association.org, govassociation.org, and come to our classes. We have about 2 or 3 classes. Most of those classes are free to all of you who are in the government contracting community. We're here to support you so that you get more access to contracting opportunities. So with that, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit on the notification bell. Until next time, remember, you are one contract away from your goals, one contract away from the new hire that you want, one contract away from the dream house, one contract away from the boat that you want, one contract away from whatever you desire, because one contract can be $2, $3, $4, $5 million that changes your life. Have a good one, everybody, and I will see you in another episode. Take care.